Hi everyone, my name is Christy and welcome to day 241 of trying a new makeup product every day. Today I'm going to be trying out this Dermablend loose setting powder, which I got in a recent Ulta sample bag. So the full size version of this product cost $27 and it comes in 3 different shades. I just have the uncolored white shade here, but it does come in a beige shade and then more of a tan shade. So I am looking for a great setting powder that's going to keep my makeup in place all day and also try and prevent my face from getting so greasy as the day goes on, which is a new kind of skin concern for me because I feel like as the day goes on, my nose, forehead, and cheeks will get really greasy and I have to go in with an oil blotting sheet. But if I have a really good setting powder that prevents that oil from getting out of hand, then that would be great. So maybe this setting powder will be able to do that. This does have a lot of really high ratings, so I have high hopes for this product. I'm also hoping to find a good powder that will set my under eye concealer. So right now I have my foundation applied, but I don't have my concealer applied. So I wanted to apply that fresh and then go in with the setting powder right away, and we'll see how it does. So yeah, I'm gonna start out by just going ahead and applying my concealer. I'm gonna use the Collab No Flaws Liquid Concealer that I got from Sally Beauty Supply. And if you wanna see my review on this concealer, I will link that down below. And so I have a lot of creases on my under eye that concealers tend to gather in and crease in. So I need to set my liquid concealers with a powder, but I want a powder that's not going to make my under eyes look really dry and crusty at the same time. So it can be tough sometimes to find that right balance. But so now that my concealer is applied, I'm going to take some of this loose setting powder and tap it into the cap and then apply it to my under eyes. Now I don't know if this powder is going to be good for baking, so I think I'm going to do baking on one of my under eyes and leave the other one just a dusting on, and then we'll see if it is good for baking. I'm also definitely gonna do a flashback test. Okay, so while I let this under eye bake, I'm gonna just go ahead and lightly apply some powder to my other under eye. And right away, I can tell that this is a really nice quality powder. It's very finely milled and it's not like very dusty. It's not getting into the air and making it hard to breathe like I've had happen with some other setting powders. Oh, what a disaster. But no, this one is really controlled and I really appreciate that. Wow, it does look so nice on my under eyes. I'm really getting no creasing whatsoever anymore, but it hasn't added a cakey texture to my under eyes either. So just dusting this on is great so far. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and apply it to my entire face to also set my foundation, which will also hopefully keep my foundation in place and prevent my skin from getting too greasy as the day goes on. So just taking my big powder brush, and this setting powder is definitely giving my skin a mattified effect. Wow, so I love how this looks on my skin. I like the matte finish to it, but it's so cool that even looking way up close, I can't even see that there's any powder on my skin. It looks so natural. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't look like there's any makeup on my skin. Where I have some large pores on my cheeks and my nose, I'm just gonna go ahead and rub in a little bit of extra powder. And wow, this is really just filling in my pores, making my skin look extra smooth, but it doesn't move my makeup and it doesn't make my skin look like it has a powder or a texture on it. Wow, so far so good. Let's go ahead and brush away this bake. Okay, now that the baking is removed, I'm really not seeing any difference whatsoever between this under eye and this under eye as far as the amount of creasing or anything like that. So far, I don't think that it's even necessary to do that baking step, since I think just applying the powder is enough since they look exactly the same. Let me go ahead and take a flash photo and I'll insert it right here and we'll be able to see if there is any flashback. Okay, wow, no flashback at all, not on the baking side or the other eye or anywhere else on my face. You can't even tell that I have a white powder on my skin. So that's like a perfect setting powder in my opinion. It should really just make your makeup look set and perfect, mattified, and in place all day long. It shouldn't look like you have a powder on. It should just look like your face. It should look like natural skin and natural beauty. And I really feel like that's what I'm able to get with this product. I can really understand why this is so high rated. And even though this is more than I would normally spend on a powder, since I'm queen of dollar store makeup, I would love to buy the full-size version of this and have it be my daily setting powder. So what I'm gonna do is wear this foundation all day long, and I'm going to let you know in the description down below if my face stays mattified, if that oil is under control, or if hours later I still do get really greasy and feel like I need to go with a blotting sheet. I'm really hoping that this will be able to keep my makeup looking great all day long, but I'm going to do that wear test and let you know in the description down below. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel so you can see the makeup that I try every day, and I will see you tomorrow in my next video.